Sean, just start us off 30,000 feet. The pardons are a huge deal, obviously, done at the last minute for clear reasons. What are you sort of you looking at today that people should think about that they may not be thinking about?
So there's, I think, three pieces to today. There's what Biden's doing on the way out. We can talk about the pardons later because I do think that we'll go down this rabbit hole later if we want, but I just think that beyond the names and whatever, the precedent that this has set is going to be monumental because you can't now talk about President Trump, what he can and cannot do after this happened. So again, I'll shelve that for now. The Biden on his way out is story one in my mind. The pomp and circumstance is number two. The swearing in, the executive, whatever, all that part of it, and then three is the executive orders and the actions, as I mentioned. That is sort of so that's how I divide the day. Biden leaving, Trump getting sworn in, the pomp and circumstance piece of it, and then all of these executive orders in action. 200 of them. I thought the big line yesterday that I took away from Trump's rally speech, which was funny because I know that was internal debate, is he said, I've got 200 executive orders in action, and some of the staff told me that they think we should spread them out. And I said, no way, we're doing them all day one. That's a big deal. And I think you're going to see a lot. He wants that shock and awe. And I think that's to me a real telling thing. It's making sure that people know that things are changing day one.
Dan, what preview the day macro for us?
Yeah, I mean, to pick up on Sean's point, I wish Biden hadn't done what he did. And I think it is a dangerous precedent. This idea of I'm going to just get ahead of the curve because someone's been attacked politically, but they didn't do anything, but I'm issuing a bunch of pardons is pretty dangerous. I'll be curious in 4 years from today what we all may be saying on that front. Look, I think as far as Trump goes, if there's 200 executive orders-ish, there's going to be, let's say, 70%, 80% that are probably pretty popular, that if you polled them, they're 85, 70%. What are the ones that are unpopular that they are hoping kind of get overwhelmed by the popular ones? I'll be watching that. And two, how do Democrats respond? Who amongst the shock and awe can have a moment of standing up, potentially kind of spark the party's energy? If there are raids today in Chicago and Colorado, those two states just happen to have governors thinking very seriously of running for president. Gavin Newsom appears to have flubbed his moment in the sun. Can Jared Polis or J.B. Pritzker have a moment, as part of standing up to Donald Trump?